Yes, friends. Now, in the 31st lecture series, I'm taking the last topic of this basic time and distance yes object, or the topic. The subject is here time and distance. Mathematics for competitions. But in that, one important topic was being discussed here, time and distance. In that, I've taken different topics, okay, or subtopics. The last subtopic of this topic, time and distance, is clocks. So clocks are also moving in a circular track or circular track, because mostly clocks are like circular. Okay, in that circular track, I'll discuss that what the difference between the two hands. In the case of angles, what is the difference of angles between them, minute hand and hour hand. Mostly the questions based on clocks are based on hour hand and minute hand. That what is the difference of angle between two hands when time is this. Okay, when time is given, the angle can be calculated. When angles is given between the two hands, then time can also be calculated. So these are two processes of questions based on clocks. First is either time calculation or the angle between them calculation. Right? At what angle, at what time, the angle between them will be this. Okay, so that kind of questions are being discussed. So I'll take them one by one. These questions, 11 questions I've taken here. All these questions are just clarifying that what is the topic or questions based on clocks are coming in the competitive examination, because most of these questions are taken from students' queries in the class studies, because I have taught for 30 to 35 years for competitive examination in the evening classes, because I was lack of time in those days. Okay, so I was taking classes in the evening classes. In the daytime, I was taking the regular courses for management students, MBA, BBA, BCA, MCA, and engineering courses. Right? So totally, it was a very hard time, but I just best up with both of them courses. So in the evening classes, I was taking for competitive examinations for a number of years. For the my students' life, since my students' life, I'm teaching students for competitive examinations, and after that, the course regular course now. Okay, now come to the point. So the question is clocks. The questions based on clocks type are very much peculiar. They are mostly repeated question type, and they are symptomatic. The symptom is that either angle between the two hands is being asked, or the time, at what time the angle between them will be this much, 60-degree angle, 90-degree angle, 20-degree, whatever. These kind of questions are there. Now first let me define that what is the process and how do we calculate these questions. What is the difference between the two hands, minute hand and hour hand? Between them, what is the difference of angles? What is the difference of time? Okay, so that kind of question let me clear. First let me define what is a clock here. Let me draw a clock here. Okay. So suppose this is the clock and this is the vertical line, straight line or vertical line. This is the vertical line here. Okay, this is 12, this is 6, and here it is horizontal line. This is 3 o'clock, this is 9 o'clock. Okay, so now then 1 and this is 2 here. This is 1, 2, again 3, and this is 4. This is a clock. I'm just going to define that what is the questions being asked. 8, this is 7, and this is 8, and this is 10, and this is 11. Let me take, no problem. This is 10. Now, first of all, this is a clock here. So questions based on clock are just asked about angle. Now come to the point. What is the point here? So clock is a circular, mostly circular device in which questions are asked based on angle between the two hands, minute hand or hour hand. Suppose minute hand or hour hand is this one. This is hour hand at 3 o'clock at the moment. Our minute hand is having, and this is the minute hand. Let me take this is minute hand, known as minute hand, and this is hour hand. Hour hand is a smaller one, but it denotes this is hour hand. Suppose hour hand. So these questions are asked based on angle between the two hands, between the two hands, minute hand and hour hand, or if the angle is given, between the two hands, or two hands means two minute hand and hour hands, then angle is being asked. So this is the basic topic here, that either angle is being asked or time. At what time the angle between the two hands is this. If angle is this, then what is the time? And these two kind of basically questions are there. What is the process of this? Then what are these two hands? Or they are going to coincide with each other? How many times they are coinciding each hour? First of all, let me just take the minute hand. The minute hand covers 360-degree angle in 1 hour or in 60 minutes time, What does it mean? 360-degree minute hand in 1 hour. If the hour hand comes from 12 to 1, the minute hand will reach up to from 12 to 12 itself, means it will cover the whole 360-degree angle. This is 360-degree angle completely, and mostly angles are measured clockwise, not anti-clockwise, because minute hand and hour hand is moving clockwise. Clock is from this left to right. Okay, this is left and this is right. So from left to right, clockwise. The clock, as clock runs, it is moving from left to right. This is clockwise. So mostly angles are measured clockwise. This is not anti-clockwise, not like this, but like this, clockwise. So this is how clockwise. So 60 minutes time, right? 360 and 60 minutes or 1 hour is 360-degree. So in 1 minute, the minute hand covers or makes, not covers, but makes an angle of what? Makes an angle 360-degree upon 60 per minute. That means 60 degrees. 60, 60 to 30, so 60 degrees per minute. This is per minute. Minute hand making 60-degree angle per minute. While our hand makes or moves 360-degree angle in 12 hours completely. But our hand makes 360-degree angle in 12 hours. Not in 1 hour, but in 12 hours. In 12 hours. Or if I divide it by 12, or then per hour, how many degree angle is being making? So let me divide it, 12, 3, 30 degree. So in each hour, so it makes 30 degree. 12, 3, 36, 360. it makes 360 upon 12 hour equal to 30 degree angle. This is degree. So 30 degree angle per hour. In 1 hour, okay, hour and makes 30 degree angle. Because 360 degree upon 12 hours, 360 degree moves 12 hours, hour and will move. So 30 degree per hour means this is 30 degree angle. This is 30 degree. This 12, sorry, this 2 o'clock. 30, 60 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. Alright, so this is how 30 degree. So hour hand makes in each hour 30 degree angle. Each hour means 60 minutes. Or 30 degree in 60 minutes. In 60 minutes. Or in 1 minute. In 1 minute or per minute. What angle it will make? The hour angle will make 30 degree upon 60. 30 degree upon 60. That means 1 upon 2 degree per minute. Per minute. So hour hand makes only 1 upon 2 degree angle. 1.2 degree angle per minute hour hand, while minute hand makes 6 degree angle. 6 degree angle. This is the first 6 degree angle minute hand makes. Minute hand makes 6 degree angle per minute, and hour hand makes half degree angle per minute. Very important point. Okay. Now if I just find that in 60 minutes time or in 1 hour, that the relative difference between or relative speed we can find out in degrees are there. In degrees will be 6 degree minus half degree. This is per minute. So this is relative speed per minute, right? In case of degrees. And if I find the 30 degree, sorry, this is 30 degree here in this case per minute per hour, or this is moves 5 minutes only. The minute hand in 1 hour moves this total 60 degree, or in 60 minutes this moves in what you call the 60 minutes difference and 5 minute difference. Our hand will cover 30 degree angle. It will come only in this much. So we can just say that in 1 hour or in 60 minutes time, the minute hand gains 55, right? 55 what you call minutes space, 55 minutes space. Because in 60 minutes time, minute hand will cover 60 minutes, and hour hand will come only these 5 minutes up to 1. Suppose 1 hour or hour hand comes from 12 to 1, that means it will cover only this 5 minutes different, 5 minutes only in 1 hour, right? 5 minutes. This is hour and 5 minutes will come. Okay, in 1 hour or in 60 minutes, hour will cover only 5 minutes space, in minutes space if I just say. So that is how 55 minutes space the minute hand covers in 60 minutes time. That is how we will discuss. So this is degree wise. So let me find the relative speed of these two. Then what is the relative speed of these two? It's a very important point I am discussing about. But questions are based only on these kind of things. Now next thing is, so okay, in 60 minutes, in 60 minutes, the minute hand gains over hour hand the 60 degree minus 5 degree, that is 55 minutes, not degree, but 60 minutes and 5 minutes, that means 55 minutes space. 55 minutes space. Why? Because in 60 minutes or in 1 hour, in 60 minutes the minute hand gains over hour hand So 60 minus 5, 55 minutes space. Try to understand this point. 55 minutes space it covers, because R will come only up to this 5 minutes only. Okay, because 5 minutes, why? Because per degree 6 5 just 30. So 30-degree angle is covered by minute hand up to this 1 hour. So 30-degree minute hand is covered only from coming from 12 to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, like that. Only in 1 hour the minute hand has gained 55 minutes space, because minute hand will reach from 12 to 12, 16 minutes minute hand has over. Okay, so this is 55 minutes gain. Then R hand will come only up to this 5, and it will cover up to 65. So 60 minus 5, that means 55 minutes space the minute hand will gain over R hand, or in 1 hour or 60 minute time, right? This is minute hand. So relative speed, let me find. So relative speed of the two hands in minutes space, we can say it's equal to 60 minus 5 is equal to 55 minutes. 55 minutes per hour or in 60 minutes or in 60 minutes. So in 60 minutes they have the relative space 55 minutes space, and in degrees, let me take degrees. The minute hand covers 60 degrees per minute. Try to understand. 60 degrees per minute, and I just calculated 360 degree upon 60 degree. So per minute, 60 degree per minute, minute hand covers per minute 60 degree space is covered. 60 degree angle is made. So in angle wise, I am just calculating. While R hand covers only half degree per minute. What is the relative speed in this case? Okay, angle wise, therefore the relative speed, degree wise, or in degrees we can say, in degrees equal to 6 degree minus half degree equal to 5.5 degree. Okay, this is in what per minute? Per minute, the gain of degrees is 5.5 degree by minute hand over R hand. This is the point here. Okay, so the space between them, minute and R hand per minute is 5.5 degree per minute. That is the angle in degree wise. And this is, and the other is 55 minutes space between them. These are the two relative speeds we can take. Now come to that when the two hands will coincide. Okay, the two hands, important note, further important points. Now let me take the two hands can make angles between them only from 0 degree to 180 degree. What does it mean? Either acute angle, no reflex angle, and only acute angles or obtuse angles but no reflex angle. What is reflex angle? No reflex angles. Reflex angles means greater than 180 degree. Any angle which is greater than 180 degree is known as reflex angle. So no reflex angle will be made between the two hands, minute hand and hour hand. Only either acute angles are less than 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree. So less than 90 degree angles are known as acute angles. Obtuse angle more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. So either obtuse angle, acute angle or 0 degree may be there, because when two hands are meeting together, they are coinciding 0 degree. They are opposite to each other 180 degree, right? Only one 180 degree angle made per hour, or they can make 0 degree per hour, okay? Or 0 degree means they can coincide once only per hour. That means in 12 hours they can coincide 11 times. They can make a 0 degree 11 times. They can make 180 degree 11 times per 12 hours, okay? Or per 12 hour, so 12 upon 11. 12 upon 11 is per hour gain, right? Per hour gain, or they can coincide with each other. 0 degree angles made by them per hour is only one time only. So in 12 hours they can meet 11 times. They can coincide 11 times. They can make 180 degree, or they are opposite to each other only 11 times. But other angles 0 to more than 0 but less than 180 degree. That means even 90 degree angle can be made 2 times per hour. 2 times they can meet. They can make 2 angles. Why? Suppose this is a straight angle. Okay, so this is straight line. With this straight line, 190 degree angle between minute hand and hour hand is when hour hand is at 3 and minute hand is at 12. One angle. Then minute hand has traveled and hour hand is also traveling ahead. Okay, so then one more angle can be made between them. Suppose minute hand is gone to this, then one more, so 2 times per hour in 1 hour only. In 1 hour time, first is angle initially, the 90 degree angle made. Then when minute hand again further moves, and then hour hand also moves. So in between them there is a 90 degree angle again. So 2 times right angle, 2 times any other angle, not 0 degree and 180 degree. Now let me write down this convert. So any angle made between the two hands, minute hand, hour hand, either 0 degree to 180 degree. That means acute angles can be made, obtuse angles can be made, but no reflex angle more than 180 degree angle will never be made between two hands, minute hand and hour hand. This is very important information. Let me now take other things. What are how the angles are made between them? These important points I am furthering. Let me take these important points here. This is 8 here. So 0 degree angle between the two hands, or when the two hands coincide with each other. When the two hands coincide with each other, then 0 degree angle is made. Okay, so now this 0 degree angle can be made in 1 hour time only once. Why? Because when minute hand just coincide with hour hand only in 1 hour, and then minute hand has traveled past, it will now next time in 1 hour will not meet with the hour hand. Only once in per hour, minute hand and hour hand will coincide. That means they will make 0 degree angle only once. So in 12 hours they will meet only 11 times. This you have to just judge about how 11 times. That you can just think about that when this at 11 the minute hand is at 11. Okay, it is at minute hand is at 12. Then when minute hand is traveling and it is going ahead 11, then at 12 they will meet with each other. they are coincide, they are making 0 degree angle. In this way, 0 degree angle is made. So per hour, okay, so only once per hour the two hands will coincide, and in 12 hours they will coincide only 11 times. Try to understand. They will coincide 11 times. 11 times only 0 degree angles will be made. So in 24 hours, 11 to 22 times 0 degree angle will be made. Similarly, 180 degree angle will be made 22 times in 24 hours. 22 times, because in 12 hours 11 times. You know how 180 degree? When minute hand, suppose minute hand is here and 1 hour is this at 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock, hour hand is started traveling. Minute hand will just come here. Only once they will, or when 1 hour is just in between 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2, and within this 5 minutes time, or this minute hand will travel from this to this. So when this 2 and this so it will be between 7 and 8, then 180 degree angle will be made. So only once in 12 hours, in 1 hour time, only one time only 180 degree or straight angle will be made between the two hands. Similarly, 11 times. So 180 degree angle and 0 degree angle only made 11 times in 12 hours, or 1 time in each hour. Okay, that point. 11 times. Similarly, Similarly, 180 degree angle between the two hands will be only once each hour. So 11 times per 12 hour. Okay, so 180 degree angle will be made 11 times per 12 hour, or 1 time only each hour. 180 degree. Hence, 180 degree angle between the two hands will be made once each hour, and 11 times per 12 hour. This is very important. Per 12 hour, 11 times only straight angle will be made. For example, when at 11 o'clock, right, this is 11 time, when this is 11 o'clock, then this is 12, at 12 minute hand has reached. But before that, from 10 to 11, it met only once, right, or it was, there was a 180 degree angle when the minute hand was here, okay, between 4 and 5, this is 10 and 11. So in that way, straight angle was there. After that, there is no straight angle. In this way, on 11 times, you will just see, after in 12 hours, only 11 times the hour hand will be made. Okay, so we can say, so each 12 hour, the gain of angle, okay, is equal to 12 upon 11. That will be 1 and 1 upon 11. This is per hour. This is hour. And if I convert this into minutes, then it will be for 60.